Hey everyone, so here's a vlog to catch you up on what's going on in my life. But my computer is making noises. I'm not sure why. But anyway, first I'm going to apologize for the fact that my room is a disaster. As you can see, my bed is not made. I've got stuff laying on my bed, and I've got bags under my eyes because I've not been sleeping very well lately because I've been under a lot of stress. And, I'm just not like in the best of moods right now, so hopefully I'm going to try to keep this video as positive as I can. But anyway, a few updates. I've decided that, oh, first of all, my hair is different. It's supposed to be teal, but it's got a few shades of green in it, so but anyway, I like it a lot, but I can't wait for it to be purple again. So, yeah, I went to the salon the last weekend and wanted to get it lightened some more. I wanted to get my hair lightened, and they said that my hair had been damaged just enough the last time I'd lightened it to where it couldn't be lightened again until I had gotten some more deep conditioning and let it kind of repair itself a little more. So I'm like, well, okay, well, I'm here. I want to at least get color in my hair. So they went ahead and did that for me. So I do like it, but I prefer like the purples and fuchsias, those sorts of colors. But anyway, so yeah, you guys, obviously you know, most of you who watch my videos know that my boyfriend lives 6 hours away. I live in Louisville, Kentucky, he lives in Cleveland, Ohio. And so seeing each other is already very difficult. But the new job I've started with UPS, because I work second shift and I don't get long weekends anymore, like holiday weekends anymore like I used to when I was working for school, it's even harder for us to see each other. So, in fact, what's today? Today is March the 3rd, Friday, March the 3rd, and he and I have not seen each other since maybe the first week of January. So it's been like it's been over a month, and he's supposed to be here next weekend to visit, but by the time we see each other, it will have been way too long, and he agrees. And so I did happen to draw on my retirement funds from my previous job because I wanted to pay off some debts and pay some bills. And I had enough left over to where I have money to where, like, we could get a place. Like, I have what would be considered my contribution to me and him moving in together. Because that's what's been keeping us from moving in together so far. Lack of money. Because it costs money to have a place to live. And so, got deposit money, whatever a landlord might require in order for us to lease a place. So, having been said, we discussed who should move. Should he move down here, or should I move up there? And the original plan all along has been for me to move up there because housing is a whole lot cheaper, and we have a much better chance at home ownership in the near future. Because rent is something I'm absolutely sick of. I'm sick of throwing my money away. I'm sick of giving money to a scumbag landlord. I'm sick and tired of, you move into a place and you find out that there's all sorts of stuff wrong with it, and so you call the landlord and they tell you, oh, you're just complaining. Stop complaining. The previous tenants didn't complain. It's like, well, that's because the previous tenants weren't intelligent enough to tell you that the roof is leaking. Like of course we're going to sound like complainers if we're telling you about all the shit that the previous tenant was too much of a dumbass to tell you about. So, dealing with rental property means dealing with scummy landlords, potentially dirty, scummy property, neglected property, scummy neighbors, and lots of other scummy things. I mean, don't even get me started. So, but the sooner we can buy a house, the better, in my opinion, because it just, I'll finally feel like I don't have to worry about having to, like, up and move. On average, since age 18, I'm 33 now, on average, I have moved every year and a half. Since I was 18 years old. Imagine that. Just think about that. All the stuff I've had to give up and throw away, or give away, or leave behind, because we would have to move suddenly. I mean, it really does wear you completely emotionally and mentally just ragged. So, back to what I was originally saying. So we're back to the phase where we're deciding who's going to move, and we're pretty much down to the wire because the only way we're going to be able to see each other as much as we really want to and be together is if we just finally just move in together. But as far as who's going to move, it's looking like it's going to have to be me. He's been where he's been working for, he's been there for several years now. He has good health insurance. He has an hourly wage that he doesn't want to have to give up. And it's in an area that he likes, and overall, I would say he's satisfied, not happy, but satisfied with his job. And so I'm thinking I'm going to move up there, even though I just started a new job. I just got my health insurance. But the thing is, I think he's worth rocking the boat for, and also the fact that housing is cheaper, like I said. So there's that. That's happening pretty imminently, as you know. Not imminently as in next week, but imminently as in probably before the summertime. We're probably going to be moved in together. And hopefully you guys will be seeing me doing vlogs like in the living room of a house or an apartment. That would be so nice. Instead of my basement room, which I will kind of miss because it's nice and dark and quiet down here at night. I rarely have a sleepless night unless I'm under a lot of stress like I have been lately. Once again, hence the bags under my eyes. I'm just tired, that's all. So that's going on. My daughter just turned 12, and you're not gonna believe what her father did. Okay, some months ago, he explained to me that what he was gonna get for her for her 12th birthday was he was gonna get her a new bed, and it was gonna be a full-size bed. I said, okay. I said, I tell you what, I'll get the sheets, the pillows, the comforter, all that stuff. He goes, okay. I said, full size, right? He goes, yeah. So I go out and I spend probably about $300 on sheets, a comforter, a nice comforter, brand new pillows, a mattress cover, and I think that's it. And so I spent money on all this stuff. And so I called him up and told him, hey, I went and bought all the stuff. He goes, that's excellent. That's great. I'm so glad. Thank you for buying all that stuff. And so I go to pick her up the day before her birthday. And my daughter informs me that they went bed shopping and he bought a queen-sized bed. I wanted to scream. I wanted to strangle him. I wanted to just put my hands around his neck and just squeeze. I was infuriated. Of course, I didn't let my daughter know that, so I grab my phone and I call him up and I'm like, what size bed did you get for Cheyenne? He goes, queen. I said, you told me you were getting a full. I bought all that stuff. I can't take it back. I can't send it back. What are we going to do with all this stuff? That's not at all what you told me you were going to do. I laid into him, and I think he was, I have this mental image of him, holding his phone and, kind of, trembling like this. Like, he's just terrified that I'm going to, reach through the phone and just, choke him or punch him or something. So, yeah, but, it got resolved because, actually, the bed sheets we're going to use on a bed here in this house where she sleeps when she's here. The comforter she's going to use on her bed anyway, even though it's, a size too small. The new pillows she can use. And, the mattress cover, that's also going to go on the bed that's here in the house where she sleeps when she's here. So, it's all going to go to good use, and I just kind of was just so relieved when she even suggested all this stuff, because she's really sharp for a 12-year-old. She's not stupid at all. She's like, well, why don't we just use the full-size stuff on the full-size bed here? And I'm like, duh. Then I wanted to kick myself. So, yeah. But, videos that are coming up, I didn't do Q&A Sunday, this past Sunday, because I got really, really super busy. I only had a little handful of questions. I just didn't feel up to it. I'm only a human being. In a perfect world, I'd put out 3 videos a week. But here's the truth, guys. I work a full-time job. Actually, no, I work 50 hours a week. So that's a full-time job. And I've got my own, personal responsibilities, like cleaning my room. I've got to do some dishes every once in a while. I have to, do my laundry. I have to take care of myself. I have to have time to myself. I have my free time to myself, just sit and just kind of relax and nothing. For example, my free time, I just sat and watched another YouTuber doing her videos for a little while. So, gotta have time to myself. Oh yeah, there's also shopping that I have to do. For instance, this morning, I took my car up to a Mitsubishi dealership to have it serviced, and I was there for a good hour and a half. I got to look at some of the new Mitsubishis, by the way. They're pretty cool. The Outlander was not as impressive as I thought it would be because the rear doors, like the two back doors for the passenger's back seat, don't have pockets in them. There's just like the little spot like below the window or like the little handle thing where you can like grab it and pull it shut, but there's no pocket. I don't know why that bothers me so much. It just does. It just does. I think if you're going to put a door there and you're going to have a plastic lining there, you need to make use of the space and put like a little pocket or like a little cup holder or something in it so that people can actually put stuff down in the door in the little pocket. So, because the back seat kind of gets shorted out of that kind of stuff anyway, because the front seat of cars always have pockets in the doors, little cubbies here and there, like little, you know, cup holders and little compartments and things like that, like in the console. But the back, the passengers kind of get stiffed. I mean, if somebody's got like a phone, a purse, they've got their little umbrella, like a little kid maybe has a toy or something, or they've got like a little bag of chips or something like that. Putting it in the seat seems so impractical to me. Like, I wouldn't allow someone to lay a bag of chips in the seat of my car anyway. I'd be like, get that fucking bag of chips out of the seat of this car now. We don't do that. Forgive me, but I'd like to keep the inside of my car very nice and clean. I don't like gross things happening inside my car. You know, so take comfort in also knowing that I've never actually had sex in the back of one of my cars. So, there you go. It's out there now. So, yeah, I like to keep cars nice and clean. Now, people I've been with before don't necessarily like to keep cars clean. For instance, my ex actually barfed in my car in midnight. My previous car, he threw up in that car several times because when we would go to parties or whatever, he had a habit of not cutting himself off when he was drinking. He would drink and drink and drink and get himself shit-faced drunk. And he'd get into the car and puke. He would clean it up, mind you, but still, it's the principle of the thing. So, let's see, what else was I going to mention for this vlog? Oh yeah, upcoming videos. Tomorrow I will be uploading a DIY. It's going to be kind of surprising. It's not my typical, you know, working with fabric or working with art. It's not going to be a typical arts and crafts or anything goth related DIY. It's going to be a little more rugged and a little more practical, if that makes sense. So it's going to be about something that's for like, you know, practical use. So it's a make it yourself so that you don't have to buy one type of deal, or so that you don't have to wait in line to use one. Make one yourself. So anyway, no, it's nothing illegal. So there's that. I think. Oh, and I'll be doing Sunday Q&A this weekend. So if you do have like questions that you want to ask me, go ahead and put them down in the comments section down below. People usually ask me questions about me. I don't mind if you ask questions about like my family or other things or my job or whatever. Pretty much whatever you ask, I'll answer unless it's like something totally disgusting. Or, you know, if I don't answer it, then just assume that I felt it, it bugged me one way or another. I won't even mention it so that you don't have to hear my reasoning as to why I didn't answer your question. So, you know, just, you have to not take it personally if I don't answer a question. So, but anyway, it hasn't happened yet, though. I haven't had anybody answer or ask me anything that's been totally unanswerable, or it's something that's been totally just too invasive or inappropriate. So it has yet to happen. So hopefully I did not just set a challenge for anybody watching. So I think that's it. I've just realized I've talked for a little while now, so I'm going to shut up. So do make sure that you like and share if you like this video. Thank you for watching. And make sure you subscribe to my channel. And I'll catch you kids tomorrow. Bye.